Last time on the best Dishonored playthrough of all time, Lemon Punch and I successfully poisoned the Bottle Street Gang's distillery and received our payment from Granny Rags. Not only that, but we also freed Martin and took our first step into the High Overseer's office, particularly giddy knowing the time of retribution was nearly upon him. Hello YouTube, my name is and this is part 5 of my Dishonored playthrough. Thanks a bunch for stopping by, and while you're here, perhaps peruse my other wares. It's all quality, and I made them just for you. Yes, you in particular. Don't tell everyone else, they might get jealous. Anyways, blatant favoritism aside, on with the show. I ducked through a window and into the adjacent room to find an interrogation room. I'm aware that this room can be used for an alternate fate worse than death thing for Campbell, but honestly, I'm not even going to pretend. We didn't even think about carting his ass all the way here. Well, Lemon Punch might have, but any plans we had fell through quickly because, well, you'll find out soon enough. Speeding things along, I came, I pilfered, I died. The reign's now in Lemon Punch's hands. He makes his way around the ledge and directly into the meeting chamber where Campbell was scheduled to murder the City Watch captain. Lemon Punch makes his way to the glasses of wine, one slightly more poisoned than the other. It's here that I thought the correct answer was to switch the glasses for a clean kill and letting What's-Her-Face's uncle go, but it seems Lemon Punch had different plans, instead spilling the drinks and hiding on top of a very tall filing cabinet. Campbell spends a minute fumbling with his keys, but he eventually makes it into the room where Lemon Punch hid and waiting. Upon seeing the wine, Campbell has a bit of a Freudian slip
I'm to do this the hard way
before going to leave the room. And this is where it all falls apart. First, Lemon Punch is somehow seen despite the lack of obvious sightlines, prompting Campbell to make a break for his panic room. We're both very confused by this turn of events. Lemon Punch because he's likely done this before, and me because I believed in him. Either way, Lemon Punch gives chase, but is predictably cornered and killed. Controls back in my hands, and fresh with a new minor thing to show Lemon Punch up at, I too spill the glasses, curious to know where this goes. So, Campbell does his key spiel, notices the glasses, fully outs himself to his poor idiotic victim, and now it's go time.
What was that, Campbell?
I succeed in staggering my movement so not to be seen the same way Lemon Punch was, but in an all too familiar move, I missed a notice warning and audio cues on my way down the stairs and get into a bit of a scrap. A scrap I actually win, mind you, until the third guy sneaks up on it. So, take fuck you and the horse you rode in on, Lemon Punch, likely due to prodding from me, opts to switch the glasses instead. The certifiably lamer kill, but we've been playing for over 3 hours, and there's only so much of the same mission one can take back to back. And so the time arrives, except this time, Lemon Punch decides to take to the hanging light as his perch, one that got him spotted very quickly and prompts Campbell to run yet again. Lemon Punch gives chase. He alerts literally all the guards, a head rolls, and it's back to me. Fourth time's the charm, as I always say, or perhaps I would if this try didn't end even worse than the others. As Campbell and Captain Moron settle in front of the wine, I drop kill Campbell's ass and proceed to walk about in a daze, as I not only forgot which key was run, but the captain nails me from across the room with his gun, decimating my health, and worst of all, I have zero clue where the nearest open window is. So, as you might be able to guess, this one didn't quite pan out. It's worth noting that Lemon Punch had quite a laugh at this one, as he watched and said nothing, knowing full well the window I was looking for that we came in through was in the very same room. Well, take shut the fuck up, and it seems Lemon Punch has a new plan, spilling the drinks and taking to his perch with a single sleep dart in hand. First, he shoots Captain Dumbfuck with a sleep dart and then gives chase to the running Campbell. Pulling some fancy footwork to get around a guard and taking a mystery gunshot, but successfully making it to Campbell's panic room and killing him. Looting everything down there and making his way back upstairs to the meeting room and out the window with Campbell's body in hand. Our anger towards Campbell boiling over, we almost decide to throw him over the edge and be done with it, but catch him by the toe just before he goes over, knowing that we can craft an even worse nah, I can't do it. Alright, listen. The whole Campbell betrayal storyline was thought of in post to give a narrative to the Audulus recording, but I kinda lost it somewhere in the hour and a half plus of Granny Rag's side quests, and I honestly have no idea how to salvage things, so we'll just drop it. Cool? Cool. So, barely carrying Campbell with our broken body, Lemon Punch drags him to the edge of the building and throws him down onto the streets below in hopes of catching a guard off guard. But it doesn't quite work out, as Corvo doesn't have much of a throwing arm, though it might be all the internal bleeding slowing him down. Either way, we waste some ammo trying to get the guard to notice him before noticing ourselves as several guards have noticed us. And in an absolutely stunning display of, well, something, Lemon Punch attempts a falling kill just slightly off the mark, and our broken body collapses into a pile of meat and viscera in front of the guard, who doesn't even give us the time of day, no doubt cracking up under his mask. Given we successfully escaped the compound before, I wasn't entirely sure where the game would restart us, and to our horror, it's at the table in front of the poisoned glasses for the millionth time. Well, determined to make this our last time here, I concoct what I believe to be a foolproof plan, starting with switching the glasses and taking to the cabinet to hide. Taking a cue from one of Lemon Punch's better ideas, I arm myself with a sleep dart and wait patiently. After a full minute, they finally make it to the tray, and another nearly 50 seconds for Campbell to start dying, and asking Captain Asswipe to burn his book, but unfortunately, my sights are already trained, and like that, they're both down for the count. Campbell by his own poison wine, and the captain sleeping like a baby. And even better, not a peep made from either. This was truly a stunningly flawless and totally silent murder/uncle rescue. Safe in the knowledge that I did the mission amazingly, I snuck out the window I came in through, strolled across the building ledge, and made my way safely down to a door barring me from my objective, Samuel the boatman. Through the door, I find a gang of guards accosting a pair with accusations that the woman is a witch. After what I assume was a quick call to action from Lemon Punch, I enter the fray, cutting down one guy close to me and blinking in to get the next guy, though tragically not before he fell as a man whom I'm told was named Bertold. But because we didn't have audio, I didn't hear the woman cry and run off, so in the moment fully thought the two stood me up. Anywho, with Campbell and Bertold's lives under my belt, I make my way to Samuel. Making my way past the guard and using a backyard gate key, I start running about, assuming that I was home free. That assumption was swiftly proven very wrong when I checked the video and revealed there were still 15 minutes left. I run past the guard and their dog, taking a bite to the ass, but coming to the conclusion that I was in too deep, I continued to sprint towards the objective marker. I somehow managed to avoid being shot or maimed as I rushed through the area, eventually making it to a ledge overlooking the beach. Fortunately, the wall here has a foothold that I could blink to, putting me well out of reach of the guards and their dogs. Coming out the other side, I quickly scanned for more guards before finding a chain that led directly down to the waiting Samuel. Samuel shares some wisdom about how religious people should be poor, I guess, before asking if we're ready to leave.
To say, but men of the faith should live like barons.
Of course, I said yes, and I'm sure Lemon Punch agreed. We'd seen enough of the distillery district for a lifetime, and now that the main objective was done, I'll be happy if I never see this place again. The mission finish screen continued to tell us the obvious, and continued to surprise with the amount of coins we missed, but all in all, I'm happy enough with our performance. Lemon Punch and I are finally free from the distillery hellhole, safe with Campbell's black book in hand and certain we saved Callista's dad. After all the hardships and numerous deaths from totally preventable causes, we can finally kick back, relax, and bask in our success. Now all that's left is to give Callista the good news and report back to Havelock. Surely nothing can go wrong now, right? Well, find out next time on the best Dishonored playthrough of all time.